And when I was on his stomach, I kind of felt like awkward, and I backed up. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm gonna be working on that. I could not give him a hug because his stomach wouldn't allow my body to get to him. His stomach, okay? It was so awkward, and I was the one embarrassed. I was embarrassed because I felt like if my arm's not long enough, pick out something as if I was going to buy clothes or buy a gift or pay for something, that changes things. That changes things, because now if I got to pay for it, and you're the product, your tail going back real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you back COD. I'm not even paying for the poster. I'm not even paying for the stamp, because you is not what I would order if I have to pay for it. You feel like you don't really want to hear about Spears talking about her ex-boyfriend or anything going on in her life, you probably should exit right now, because I'm going to talk about it, okay? Not going to really talk about him per se, but I was just thinking about some things, because I watched the vlog too. I watched with y'all, and I answered some comments, and some comments I just heart or whatever. Let y'all know I see you. I see you. Thank you, vlog watchers. Thank y'all for carrying spirit. Yeah, vlog watchers. I don't know if y'all know this, but I've been vlogging since 2015, and the vlog watcher has been carrying me and sticking with me since then. We're finally getting to the point where it's like we got like some vlog watchers. Okay, it's about freaking time. Hello. Welcome back to Life with Spirit Girl, and I'm your girl Spirit.
All right. Testing 1 2 1 2. It's been a long day. You just want to go away. You can't sleep at night, and now I'm here. I can't promise tomorrow, but you're gonna feel out today. We can tingle it away. Now I'm here.
Hey, Spirit Light. Y'all like them. And I recently did a crossword. Like I said I did. Y'all requested a crossword. Y'all requested a Sudoku. Y'all requested a magazine. What else did... Oh, you requested the blowing. I got that. That's going to go up soon. Probably before you see this video, the blowing should be up. Blowing in the mic, like you go on the mic and just go... Nadine said, Mom, I found out that I'm not the right person for ASMR, because... she said she feel like she's really good at it. She is. She's so, what's the word for Nadine? Oh, what is that word, y'all? When a person is so angelic, so peaceful, the aurora around her is just so nice and just smooth. Like she's good at it, but she say it knocks her to freak out. She be exhausted. She don't want to do nothing else. Doing something for her dad. Today is her dad's birthday. Happy birthday to Nadine's dad. Happy birthday, Nadine's dad. Happy birthday to Nadine's dad. Oh my God, y'all. Let me tell you about this ex-boyfriend of mine. He played too much. I feel like the stuff that he's doing right now is disrespectful. And I feel like the reason why he keep bothering me is because he probably thinking I got somebody in my life. So if somebody's in my life, he want to interrupt that. He be trying to randomly call me 2, 3, 4 times a day, text me over and over again. And the texts are weird, because you would think that we're conversating. if I gotta always fund you every time I need to see you, or we go somewhere, or we do something, or make plans for anything, even if I just want you to come and eat dinner with me, I gotta pay for you to come see me? Oh, I said, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want that. So when I talked to him, I asked him, what are we gonna do about it? Because if I'm not gonna pay for you, and I'm not gonna give you money, and I'm not gonna make this not gonna be a transaction relationship, what is it that you, at this point, do you want? Where do you see this going? You know, because he said, well, look, what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna work overtime. Good AM, y'all. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back. We're starting out our day in the AM, and that's the first thing I want to do is welcome y'all back to the vlog. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing great. TGIF, because it's Friday for me. I don't know when you'll see this. Probably soon, because I do want to get back to making sure that I kind of keep up with y'all a little bit better than I have been doing. I'm always striving to do better. I'm always trying. And I got to let the engine rev up a little bit till I get to a certain point that I must pull off. Yeah. It looks like it's beautiful outside today, but I can tell like the wind is really blowing. I don't know if it's just breezy or something stirring up. I don't know, but the sun is out from here from what I see. Yes, so I am very glad to be leaving the house this morning, getting some fresh air. I'm excited about that. Can't wait to roll down the windows. I'm not even going to turn on the AC right away. I'm going to see what the air is giving, okay? Yeah, so today I'm not really like vlogging, but I never really vlog. I'm always like kind of like talking to y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do right now. That's all I can give y'all. So until I can give y'all more, this is what y'all get. You know how it is. I'm still showing up for you. You know? Yeah. In my head, I was saying, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I'll be glad when the time comes where I can do this. It's so many different things that I would like to do. And then sometimes I try some things and then I realize I don't like it, or it just don't kind of flow with me. So I kind of like let it go. But I'm always trying to do more and do better as I go along in life, or whatever I can do in my situation and the time frame and what's going on around me. So you basically just, you know, get the life updates, chit chat a little bit, checking in, letting y'all know I'm okay, because I know some nights I ain't see you, Spirit. I'm worried about Spirit, what's going on, Spirit. But you know, like I said, if you're a Patreon, you know I'm okay, you know, because I always check in with the Patreons. Today I'm going to be talking to them too. So yeah, I'm going to be talking to you and talking to the Patreons. I'm going to try to talk to the Patreons today. If I don't talk to them today, it'll be tonight or tomorrow, but I am going to be talking to them. Okay, let's see where we at. Okay, we got one more notch. Okay, I'm going to say this before I take off. So last time I talked to y'all, I was talking about my ex-boyfriend. So I was just thinking about how I was talking about how basically he wanted like a transactional relationship, but he lied about everything in it. He got me completely fully invested in it, and then changed the dynamic of what our relationship was supposed to be. Our relationship was supposed to be, he's going to be the man, the provider, the protector. He was going to be that person for me. We was going to grow old together, and whatever we can do for each other, we're going to do for each other. Because, you know, just because you don't go in it saying you're going to take care of nobody, when you start to love a person, care for a person, y'all in it together, y'all start doing things for each other. You don't even have to ask. You don't even have to speak of it. You just know what each other need. So, yeah, he wanted a transactional relationship. And Spirit don't think like that. I didn't want no transactional relationship. I told him that from the very beginning, how I was, what I expected, what I wanted. I ain't lie about anything. I guess he was just testing the waters. You know, you give a person a little bit of drippy drop, it tastes a little good, they're gonna want more. So, you know, say this, do that, and then she ain't gonna want to be without no boyfriend. She ain't gonna want to have to tell her people that she ain't no longer got a boyfriend. She ain't got no man. Don't no woman want to be like, I ain't got no man. That's what he thought. I'm not that person. I'm okay. I done been married twice. I don't have many boyfriends. I I'm okay with just sharing my life with my kids, my SOLs, and my family, you know. But if I can find someone to grow old with, I mean, that's just the cherry on top. Okay, hallelujah. That's nice. He misjudged me like he do his gambling. And he took me for the wrong woman. He thought that he was going to be able to like turn me into whatever he wanted to turn me into, but it just didn't work. But I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to talk about. Then I'm going to take off and I'll be back. If it was going to be transactional and he was completely honest with me and said that I want to be with you, but everything is going to come with a price for you. You're going to have to pay for this and pay for that and give me this and give me that. Okay, that changes the dynamics. Because right now, without it being transactional, you get my whole true genuine self, and I'm accepting you for the way you are. I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to bypass some things that human nature naturally got. Like, I know what I'm attracted to. So I figured over time, I actually became attracted to him because of what we talked about and what we wanted and what we wanted to have. So he started becoming a picture in my mind for me. But if I had to pick out something as if I was going to buy clothes or buy a gift or pay for something, that changes things. That changes things, because now if I got to pay for it and you're the product, your tail going back real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you back COD. I'm not even paying for the poster. I'm not even paying for the stamp, because you is not what I would order if I have to pay for it. Oh my God. Okay, I'll be back. Yeah, we just put air in the tires for Diamond, right? I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I feel like the tire's okay, because the last time I put air in it, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago. But I'm gonna see how long this air lasts. If it don't, I'm just gonna have to go get the tire probably changed. I don't know. It's weird that the air just, it's like a tiny slow. It's not like a leak every day, but it's like go lower and lower and lower week by week. You know what I mean? And then to get air, start out, it's like $2. Then when it used to be like a quarter, you put the quarter in there and you get air. And some places like in up north, like at Wawa's, the air is free. But down here, I haven't found no free air. Not here in Texas. I would love to find somewhere where it says free air. But I did look. Okay, spirit lights. I went past a place that I never seen before. I'm excited about that place, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, because I kind of been taking a break from fast food, because one is keeping me from being so like swollen and inflamed and stuff like that, and two, saving me some coins, because I don't have the coins to be like spending that kind of money. Like some stuff is just so high. Some places are going down, like seem reasonable, but some stuff is still just too high. Yeah, and then I don't need to be buying fast food and then I'm hungry later on. You know, I could have just bought some food that I could eat on today and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the main reason why I'm out, I'm at Home Depot right now. I'm at Home Depot. Yeah, I'm trying not to smile at this guy walking past. He real chocolate. He real cute too. He worked for Home Depot, so I don't want him to think I'm like smiling at him, but yeah, he's real cute, you know. Yeah, he got that real thick 4C hair. Okay, he got thick beard. Okay, when you see a fine man. Okay, all right, so I'm here because we're going to go get some stuff for ants. We bought this stuff, like this white powder stuff that you sprinkle around and stuff, and it's supposed to, like, the bug's not supposed to come back after that. Child, we put the stuff down, the ants done made a road, like a road. If they could put up a traffic light, they would do it. They done made a road and another road through the stuff, okay? And I said, oh my God, ants will do that. They done made a road. So now it's just, and then it seemed like it done attract more of them were coming. So I'm like, and they was like, I'm not gonna mess with them, but wait till I get back. It's on. So And you know, we can't deal with no ants, okay? I can't deal with no ants. I can't deal with any type of bug in the house, period. You know, so that's the main reason why we out here. And we also out here to get a couple of snacks, because I did eat the Oreos. I ate the chocolate chip cookies. That was supposed to be for like the word search, Sudoku, coloring, whatever, like that. Somebody say, Speed, I'm begging you, please play the fun pad. Okay. Y'all know I got to be in a mood for stuff. Y'all know I got to be in a mood for stuff. But the next time I do something like that, it definitely will be the fun pad. Dang, I don't know when the last time I had to pull up my little tights trying to slide down on me a little bit. Okay. But anyway. Okay, I don't want to smile too much because he's walking past and he got all the carts. Nah, they gathered all the carts. Yeah, he's strong too. He gathered all the carts and the big pulleys. Oh yeah, he's strong black man. Okay, yeah, so let's get back to what I was saying earlier. Okay, y'all. When I tell you that I made up my mind that no matter what, because I remember when I was talking to my ex-boyfriend on the phone, and he kind of hinted at some insecurities of his. And he was asking me, he was telling me that he don't want no skinny woman, he don't want no little one, he like big women and thick women, right? I told him, you know, okay, yeah, I'm not no big, you know, big woman. And sometimes I feel like I even, you know, camera make you look bigger, but then in person, I'm like, I'm not as big as the camera might make me look. And then I'm short, okay. But I told him I'm definitely not skinny, so I will be okay. I definitely got a lot of hip and a lot of butt. I'll be okay for whatever he like. He'll grow. If I'm not all that he, you know, I'm not wide enough or big enough, I'll be fine in those juicy areas. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that, and he was like, okay, good, because, you know, I'm not small, I'm not skinny or nothing like that. I said, well, you look good to me, you know, you look all right, So, you know, it's so crazy because he was stretching and reaching for a spirit to send him some full sexy pictures, you know. And I told him I don't do that because I'm not even like sexy like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't even pose, so I'm not doing that. And I said, you get a picture, I'll take a picture, you get that. I'll just snap and you get that. Because, I mean, you want to see my face, right? Because you don't need to be dreaming about nothing else that you ain't touching and feeling and get all up into yet. You know what I'm saying? So people say, oh, babe, you look good. But send me like a full body picture. Send me like turn around picture and all. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then when he send me a picture, it's always his face and top too. Like, I ain't never say, send me a picture of your full body. I want to see your full body. You know, I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not really in it just for your body, because people's body changes. People gain weight, people lose weight, people go through things. They grow older. Some people don't grow old good, and some people grow old really fast. So I'm not gonna like be having my thought process on his whole body and all of that stuff, right? So he was telling me that he's gonna go on a fast, and he's also going to be losing some weight and stuff like that. He's been wanting to lose some weight for a while. He feel like he have gotten too big and he really can't fit into none of his clothes, or he can wear sweatsuits and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, well, whatever, do whatever you have to do for you. I didn't put no insinuations or stress on what he need to do to feel good. I told him, I said, well, whatever way I see you is the way I'm going to accept you. I'm going to love you no matter what's going on with you. And he was like, thank you for that, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, yeah, like, he's humble, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want him to accept me the way I am too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And now, speaking of all of that, now we got to, I'm just turning the air on, y'all, because I'm in the car, I got my windows up, and you know, when I'm parked, I ain't rolling down the windows. Girl, here he come again. I'ma just look, I'ma just watch him just for a second, because okay, why he walk past moving his lips? He moving his lips like this, y'all. I gotta wait, because these people going past, I don't want them to think that I'm thinking about them. He moving his lips like that. Like, why you doing all of that? The moment I decide to... Oh my God. Anyway, come on, air, because it's getting hot. I'm gonna have to turn some of this vent over here. Come on, it's hot. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Let me turn it up a little bit more, y'all. Oh my God, man. Yeah, now he really pushing, y'all. He really pushing them carts. Like, he really using his muscles. Okay. All right, let me stop. I ain't looking at him no more. He needs to stop coming past my car. I'll be glad when he finished. Anyway, so I lost my thought. When we started getting into our relationship, and I found out from him that basically what he wants from me is transactional. He want me to be able to like you know, he used to, okay, I'm gonna tell you what one of these terms he used to say. When we was out, I got gas for my car. I used my credit card, and he said, "How much you want to get?" I said, "Fill it up." He gets in the car and like, "All right, big money, and all this stuff, and da 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 da." Hey, you know, because he have a little car. I got diamonds, Sahara, you know, Jeep, you know, and in the future, I'm trying to get something smaller. I ain't really trying to deal with this no more. I don't really. It's too much money. When it's time for us to get a new lease, I'm getting something smaller, but and a smaller gas pump, fuel, whatever. Yeah, they didn't think about doing electric. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I done seen some stuff on the electric cars that kind of freak me out. You know what I mean? But I do know we in this time where we supposed to be trying to like save the planet. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we'll figure it out. He was like, he would say big money and stuff like this. And then one time we had to go to the store, and I told him, he told me that he would go inside for me and get whatever I need to get. And I told him, and then I get in the car and get on yeah, Miss Money and all this stuff. I'm like, I told him, I said, don't do that. Don't be calling me that. Why are you calling me that? And I said, what I need is necessary. Like, you know what I'm saying? The one thing about it, even though he was telling me that he was going to do all of this stuff for me, my expectation wasn't like, yeah, you need to do everything for me. Buy my food, pay my rent, pay my gas. I told him, if I get to the point where I can't take care of myself and I can look to him, that's good, because that's what I want. He said, yeah, because I'm going to be there for you. Even if you can pay for your gas and your food and your rent and stuff like that, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to be the man to be there for you. I want to be a provider for you. So this is how he was talking to me, putting my mind in a place where, yeah, I'm not dealing with no bum mess or no bull-ish or no I'm not dealing with a man that's not into taking care of his responsibilities and wanting to be that man. Like, you know, everybody want a different type of person, but we established where I stood with him. The transactional stuff started after he started clocking the fact that I was about to get a building and see if I can get my florist thing going again. He making me feel like, you know, you go look and I'm gonna be there for you, da 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 da. And so he was like, well, how are things looking? And I said, yeah, if I get something in this price range, then I will be able to do this, and I'll be able to get supplies and dot 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 dot. And he said, well, don't worry about it, babe. Whatever, I mean, do what you feel like you can do, because I'm going to be there for you. You won't have to worry about your rent or anything like that, because I'm going to be there for you. So putting that in my mind, I figure I can maybe go like 100, 200 over what I was going to pay for it, depending on the area and if that's the price that they say it is. So I told him, okay, I found dot, 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 and I think I can handle that. And if I can't, you know, like you said, you'll be there for me. And then when I started making appointments to try to see these places, he calling me, telling me I'm so depressed. He need $500 for his rent. He need $300 for his car to get fixed. He need $200 for his car insurance. He need at least $50 in his pocket to buy food for work for the week. He need this, he need that. And it was so intense that I think it got intense because I never was making the offer of, oh, I got you. Oh, I'll give it to you. Oh, I'll be there for you. I told y'all in story time, spirit don't think like that. Somebody in my family need me, I'll be there for my family. You know, I always been there for my family. But I ain't never been the one to kind of just jump in there and be like, I'm going to do this, do that, that, and that for you. If you need me, you tell me that you need me. Be straight up. But I ain't never been the one where you call me every single day and tell me, and you ain't asking me for it, but you complain and you sad, tell me you don't know what you going to do. You don't know who you going to ask. Obviously, he's talking to me, so he want me to offer. And you know, when you offer, people be like, after a while, I did this for you, I did that for you. You know what they say? I didn't ask you to. I didn't tell you to do that. I don't owe you nothing. So I learned a long time ago, don't be offering nothing. Don't be saying nothing. If somebody asks you, and you really got it, you know, you really want to help them out, and you don't need it. Because I always say, I learned my lesson too. I give you an example. If just say my mom, she said she needed $800, okay? And I got $800. But I know that $800 is going towards my rent, okay? I don't have it. I don't have it. In the past, it was, Mom, I'll give it to you, but you got to pay it back to me. I'm going to give it back to you. I'm going to give it to you on this day. I'm going to call you on this day. I'm going to give it all back to you. Lie. My mother was never planning on giving me back anything. So I learned my lesson the hard way. Yeah. And I ain't never see that $800 again. But I learned my lesson from that. So now, when someone asks me for something, if it's not just sitting there, I'm not using it, I'm not buying food with it, I don't need to pay insurance with it, I don't need to buy self-care things with it, I don't need to pay my rent and my light bill, my water bill with it, and food with it, and I got it, yeah. And also on top of that, the other boundary is for me. It's nobody else's boundary, it's my boundary. If I don't expect for them to pay it back to me, I got it. I got it. That's how I am with my family. If I give them something, I'm not expecting them to pay anything back to me, because if they do, wow, good gracious. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all again in a little bit when we make another stop. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to open this off. Girl, y'all, it done got so busy out here. Got so busy. Okay, I don't want to. Is that okay? That's good. Okay. Yeah. I got a few minutes while she's putting things in the car. Okay, so yeah. I'm not going to expect it back, but if they give it back to me, and they say they're going to give it back to me, that's great. But if they don't, I'm not going to be.
No, I'm parking, then I saw my truck was moving, but it was her moving.
Right.
What did I do?
Yeah, sorry about that. Because I couldn't get through, so she had to pull out.
You need help putting that thing
Oh,
on? You got it?
thank you so
You got
much.
it?
That's
Okay.
so sweet.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I'm paying attention, they didn't talking and stuff. You know, you gotta watch your surroundings and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't expect things, but I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. It's my family, my friends, somebody I care about, associate. And I'm gonna be honest. I even helped a SOL out, and I didn't ask them for anything back. I didn't ask them to pay me back or anything. They contacted me. They said they needed me, and yeah, I feel like a little bit. People sometimes you're so nice to take advantage of that. But I learned my lesson. If I truly don't have it, I'm just gonna say no, I don't have it. I'm not gonna say I got it, but you gotta pay me back. I'm not gonna do that. That's the boundary for me. Because if they don't pay me back, and I can't pay my rent, I can't pay my light bill, I can't pay my car payment, I can't buy no food. That's on me. That's not on them. That's on me because I didn't learn my lesson and set boundaries for myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know. So I don't think like that to be like saying, oh yeah, I'll give it to you. So he started noticing that spirit don't think like that. You know, he said he's the man. He gonna be the man of the relationship. He was gonna be the provider, protector, and all of that. You're gonna be just that until I see that you're not that. And back home, you see, he's my ex now. You know what I'm saying? They think got me up water. Because I am thirsty. Let me turn down the air so I don't want to freeze her. I was in here getting hot to roll down this window. Yeah. I told y'all he had some insecurities. Okay. So one of the things that I learned about him when I first got there to see him, or not when I first got there because it took a while for him to come see me, but I learned. I went to go get him a hug, y'all. I was so excited. He's tall, right? So he's tall. Yeah, he's tall. He's tall like my son. And so I went to go give him a hug, y'all. I got on my tippy toes. I reached out my arm. I went to go give him a hug, y'all. And I thought I was going to kind of grab him, and he grabbed me, and he had me holding me. I'm holding him in his back, and I'm rubbing his back. I thought it was going to be like that. I landed on his stomach. Like that. So I was on his stomach, okay? And when I was on his stomach, I kind of felt like awkward, and I backed up. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm gonna be working on that. I could not give him a hug because his stomach wouldn't allow my body to get to him. His stomach, okay? It was so awkward, and I was the one embarrassed. I was embarrassed because I felt like, am my arms not long enough? Am I not tall enough? Is it my shoulders not going out far enough? But then I can hug my kids. I can hug my son, and my son a little bit taller than him. Yeah, and then one day, well, that day, he didn't show me his stomach that day, but he said, I'm going to be working on this. And I was like, okay. So I ain't say nothing else. So I'm not going to go into a whole bunch, but I'm saying I saw his stomach one other time. He came by my house, and he showed me that he'd been trying to work on his stomach, but it's been hard for him because he loved Chinese food, Chinese fried rice and chicken. And he said, but it's gonna work. I said, maybe your stomach not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Child, he wear big shirts. You know what I'm saying? He lift up his stomach. He lift up his shirt, and yeah, it was like the size of a 9-month-old, like a person that's pregnant and they're 9 months. So I'm gonna tell you what I said. My first thought process was, let me help you. Let's talk about what you can do to get your stomach to start going down. You probably backed up. You probably eating the wrong stuff. You probably swollen. You probably need a colon cleansing. I start talking to him like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't make him feel bad about it or nothing. I said, you know what? I don't care. This man, I done came all the way from Texas, 2,000 miles away. Okay, no. I don't care what this man got. I'm going to love him, right? But it has been a couple of nights that Nadine would say, Mom, you okay? And I said, well, I want to talk to you about something. And she said, what? I said, well, you know, I think I'm having a problem with my attraction. My attraction levels are kind of like, it was up here because I know, like, I was so excited about being with him. But when I couldn't hug him, and every time I saw him, I got so used to, like, when I saw him, instead of trying to hug him, I just laid my head on his stomach and I pat his stomach like this. I was like, I want to hug you, but that's all I can do. So what we had to do is I had to sit down, and he had to get on the floor, get on his knees real low, and then I could grab his shoulder and hug him. But standing up, it wasn't going to work. So I kind of went to Nadine and told her that I wasn't attracted to his stomach, and I'm struggling. I was struggling, y'all. I was struggling, but I said, you know what? I'm going to stick with it. When I told Nadine what my problem was, y'all, I thought she was going to be like, oh, Mom, it's okay. You know, because Nadine like me. We just don't judge people. You know what I'm saying? I think what happened was, the way I talked to her and told her about it, she fell out. She just wasn't no more good. She was no more good. And so, when I start talking to him, I start asking him, are you fasting? Are you doing what you say you're going to do? Are you actually doing the right things to make sure you lose weight? Did you get the colon cleansing? Because I want to be able to hug you. That was one of our main things. I want to be able to hug him. You know, I wanted to be able to embrace him, and I wasn't able to do that the way that I wanted to. So that was one of our issues that I pushed down, and I was trying to get over it. But it was when I realized that he wanted to be paid for hire, that issue was like, boom. Because you know how it is. Once you're done with a person, you see everything that you actually really didn't care for them about. You see all the wrong in a person when you don't care for them no more, or when things don't work out. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the main issues that I literally did not. I try not to look at it. Not like that. I know one time he came by and he tried to dress up and he looked good, but you know, some poking out a little bit. He was like, how you think I look? Do I look okay? How my stomach look? Do it look bad? I was like, it don't look bad. It don't look bad. Just keep buying shirts that's a little bit bigger. He said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to lose weight. I said, okay, then as you work out, your stomach will go in. It's going to look better. But you don't look bad. You don't look bad. Because it was a tall, big man, and he wore big jackets and big sweatshirts and stuff like that. You really didn't know, you didn't really pay attention until, because I didn't pay attention until I went to go hug him and realize me and the stomach going to have a relationship before me and him. Okay, so I'm at Kroger's now, right? Nadine picking up the groceries. We didn't put in an order, so we had a list that we came up with, and one of the things I wanted was I think some Pillsbury flaky biscuits. So I hope they got that. That's only the main thing I really wanted on the list. Yeah, I was getting ready to do my Patreon stuff, and I went to go grab for my phone, and I realized I didn't hear my phone all this time. I usually hear my phone. I left my phone at home. Dang, I never do that. I left my phone at home, y'all. Don't worry. Must be me. Let me spend my time with y'all today. Y'all, why the littlest people get out the biggest trucks? Why is that? Why do little people, I mean, they be little. Girl, the truck be big. And it be so cute walking past, so little. Anyway. Getting back to what I was saying. So that was one of the things that I was struggling with. But I was struggling with it in silence for a while until I talked to Nadine about it. I feel like after maybe like a month of me being up north, I was like, I'm not going to focus too much on that. Because I don't want to put no stress on a person about their weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a person, they got to live in their own body. They know what they got to do when they want to do it. And you don't know what a person's going through. Then I felt like he worked all these hours. That could be one of the reasons why he could not maintain a certain weight, or his stomach was just... And sometimes people, I don't know, sometimes people with big stomachs are actually healthy. You know what I mean? I think they healthy. Sometimes don't be nothing wrong with them, but sometimes it could be something going on. And that's why instead of the weight going all over their body, it's kind of in their stomach. But I feel like the weight did kind of reach every area of his body, because you could see it like in his face and stuff like that, that there was a lot of weight going on, you know, as far as like what he needed to do. He started working on himself. So I kind of felt proud. Not kind of, I was proud of him for working on himself, and he said he was doing it for himself, and plus he said he wanted to look good for me and stuff like that. And he did say when I would hug his stomach, I'm gonna lose this stomach bag so we can hug each other. He did say that, so he knew that the stomach was an issue. Now, speaking of that, so if our relationship gonna be transactional, and you be very completely honest that okay, because when something's transactional, you have to take the genuineness literally out of it. Like, you have to take the heart out of it. You have to take the emotions out of it if it's going to be transactional. You know what I'm saying? Because if you paying a person for all of their time, attention, and whatever they do for you, and reimbursing them back if they do something for you, how do you get that they love you or care for you out of that? I don't know. Maybe it exists, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm truly cannot. I don't truly believe that a person can actually really genuinely love or care for you if you have to pay for anything that they do. If you truly needed them and you tell them how much you need them, but they say how much money they're going to need in order for them to do what you really need them to do, and you asking them because they're your woman, they're your man, they're your loved one, and they're not going to do it unless you pay them. Ain't no love or care. Ain't no love and care in that. Weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it all wrong, y'all, but I don't see that. So if we're going to take out because what I actually want, I want someone who's actually really going to like Spirit. Like me for my craziness, like me for my smile, like me for my skin color, like me for my eyes, my hair, everything about me. And whatever I can do to work on myself, you still gonna like me, rather I gain a little bit of weight or I lost a little bit of weight when I'm working on myself. When I'm not working on myself, you still kind of feeling spirit. I want that. You know what I'm saying? So if we got to take all of that out of it and just like look at it as transactional, then for me, yeah, he would not be on the menu. He would not be on the menu, because if I gotta pay for a man in every aspect of the way, now if I had to do it, now let's just what they say, play. I want to say, I don't like to use that word. Anyway, I'm an advocate. Let's play the advocate, okay? And the spirit got the money to pay for what she want in a man, and everything he do for me is transactional, but I'm gonna get everything I want from him, right? Except for genuine love, care, compassion, emotions. I don't think I'm gonna get all of that. I don't know. I could be wrong, because it is some people. Y'all know y'all paying for people. Y'all out here paying for people. Y'all know y'all paying for people. Some of y'all out here doing that, but and maybe I have not experienced that, so I don't know if someone can truly love you while you're paying for them. I don't know, but just say if I did something like that, this is what relationship gonna be. Okay, that means I'm gonna get what I want. So every time I see you, you're gonna be in a nice, fly, slick suit. You're gonna have a tie on every time I see you. If you're gonna work on my car, when you take off that shirt, you're gonna have a whole 6-pack. You're gonna be like this, lover, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be looking good, okay, if I gotta pay for it. If I gotta pay for you just to be around me, and you gonna look good, you gotta have on some burgundy or red or brown nice dress shoes, okay? Ooh, oh my God. Don't tell spirit that I gotta pay for something, because now I'm gonna tell you, just like with an apartment, I gotta pay for an apartment. You say, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. Can I see it? You got a model? Do you got something I can look at? Do you got a catalog? Let me look through the catalog. Because let me tell you something. I know he was not trying to make our relationship transactional, because I was not going to accept that and pay for that. He definitely would have been back wherever he came from, and I wouldn't have even paid for the postage for it, because that would have been completely wrong. This is not what I wanted. The skin color would have been different. The hair would have been different. The eyes would have been different. The looks would have been different. Come on now. Okay? It would have been, everything would have been different. So since this was supposed to be us falling in love, getting to know each other, and growing old with each other, we're gonna learn to love each other for exactly who we are. So that's what I was willing to do. But don't tell me I'm gonna pay for something, because if I'm paying for something, you definitely wasn't it. You was not it. Okay? You was not it. Okay? Let me turn on the air, y'all, because I'm getting hot now. Just sitting here. It's hot. Ooh. Y'all, why it started out, it was breezy. We riding down the road, Nathan said, "Ma, it's breezy. It's nice out here." It was, y'all. It was so breezy and nice. That sun is hot. Oh, let me put down this visor. Oh, my God. Truly don't want a transactional relationship now or in the future, because whatever God got for me, money or no money, I don't want that. I genuinely, I don't know who's my person, if I'm ever gonna meet him, or if I'm ever gonna be in love. And all. I'm not looking. I'm just not doing it anymore. Well, I wasn't looking last time. I just gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could just block. I know how to, if you know how to block on YouTube, you know how to block on, girl, I know how to block, and I do block. I block. I got so many block numbers, it's ridiculous. But I'm working on changing my number, period. You probably block. And you might have to watch me from your other account, okay? I'm good at blocking. Don't play with me. Sent me a message. ... I'm heartbroken. I'm crying. I just need you to give me a chance. Me leaving Texas and running into your arms was your chance. That was your chance. Like, seriously, that was your chance. I don't see no other chance outside of that. This is just an experience. I am going to get over it, and I'm going to be okay, you know, as time go on. God has truly blessed me, y'all. God has truly blessed me in a way that I didn't have to, like, really go through so much trying to get over this relationship, because he put so many great things in my life. He kind of put things in my life that made me busy and occupied. Like, for one, my sisters, my mother. At one time, I was excited about my cousins. I'm no longer excited about that. My cousins are, I don't really even consider them cousins anymore. They just bloodline family. Matter of fact, they're not even family. They just relatives that have some of the blood in them, you know, or whatever. But family is different. Family reaches out. Family say hello. Family care about you. Family at least say how you doing once in a blue moon. At least. Okay, even long distance family. But when it gets to the point where you're reaching, but they'll never reach back, no, I don't want that in my life. So I'm not even claiming them as family. They just a thought of an excitement at one time that I really thought I had cousins that wanted to know me. So that was a whole lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shoot. And I got enough people out here that's mean to spirit and don't like spirit. I don't need to add them to the list, which, you know what I'm saying, I don't need to know. They could just stay in the category that they are, that how they feel about me. But I don't need to be having them in my circle and liking them and caring about them, and they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? I got enough haters already. But yes, and thank God that the people that like spirit and love spirit is way well, because I get maybe like one hater every other day compared to like 840 other people that don't hate on me. So, you know what I mean? So, hey, you know, I'm just watching, y'all. I like to watch when people walk past my car. I like to see. I'm gonna tell y'all one little incident that happened to me. I had 2 things that happened to me that I didn't like happen to me. Was it 2 or 3? It was 2. But 2 main things that stuck in my head. Me and Nadine was out one day. Aldi's. Went to Aldi's. And we went to an Aldi's that we normally don't go to. But we figured, you know, we'll stop by there because we already been out all day. We're just going to grab what we need to get, and that's be it. Nadine, before she went inside, it was this car that was pulling out like they was leaving. So I said, oh, I'm going to park right there because they leaving. So when they pulled out, I backed up and parked in that spot. But then they pulled immediately into a parking space up front, the Aldi's. So when they got out the car, a black guy and a white, well, he looked white Hispanic. So I don't know if he was Hispanic or Caucasian. I don't know what he looked, because he might have been Hispanic. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He just didn't look all the way white. He didn't look all the way Hispanic. They got out the car. The black guy started walking around looking in people's cars and stuff like that. Then he went inside of the Aldi's, right? And I'm looking at him like, is he looking for something? I'm really watching him. Is he looking for something? He's just looking in the cars and stuff, right? So then I noticed that the black guy got by my car, and he was just, you know, he got on his phone and he was talking, and then he walked straight into the Aldi's. He went in the Aldi's. I see him come out the Aldi's, and I see him go back to the guy. The guy opened up the trunk and put something in the black guy's hand, and the black guy went back into Aldi's, right? And while the black guy was in Aldi's, the Hispanic white guy walking around the Aldi's, He comes past my car. He on his phone, and I'm just paying attention to him. He walked past me, talking on the phone. He goes past like 3 cars, and I'm looking at his car over there. What is he doing? And he walk in the back, and he get on the ground, and he start looking up underneath the cars, which was weird. He started looking up underneath the cars. So I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? And so I rolled down my window, and I got my phone out because it just didn't look right. He was just looking up underneath people's cars. He did like 6 cars, right? Then he came, and he started walking. He walked behind my car, and he stopped in the middle where the tires at, right? Something told me, already put my feet on the brake and put my car in drive. So my car was never in park. I had put my car in drive, put my feet on the brake. When he got back by the car, he took his hand, one hand on the phone, to the other hand, he put it in his pocket. And when he did that, before he could come out his pocket, I moved my car up, and he was like, he jumped, right? And he started laughing, right? He started pacing, and he turned around, he talking, he pacing back to behind my car. He goes to the other side of the car, he started looking around underneath that car. So then he came back to my car, and he stood behind my car again. And I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna back up on you. I'm telling you, if you touch my car, I'm backing up this car. And when he stood behind my car, I started to proceed to pull up some more. And he hit his head, and he just, like he got upset, and he started walking to his car, right? He started walking to his car. The black guy comes out the Audis again twice with nothing. No bags, no nothing, right? The black guy goes to him. They by there talking, and the black guy start walking towards the car. He looking at me, I'm looking at him. So I said, okay, this getting too weird. So I took up my phone, I picked it up, and I turned it towards him to let him know I'm filming his tail. I filmed his tail. He walked around, filmed him like this. I rolled down my window, and I'm filming him, right? And the black guy stood by my car. He called the guy, and I could hear him talking, saying something, but I couldn't hear him, right? The guy on the phone, they talking to each other. The guy over there, he over here, they on the phone and everything. I stuck my head out the window at the guy like, okay, what you doing? Because you got enough room to walk through or to keep passing. What you standing by my car for? I decided to take the phone, and I put it out there at the window so I can really get a good look at him. And I started filming the guy and his license plates and stuff, right? And that's when he went back over to the guy, and they got in their car, and they just sat there. They just sat there, right? So when Nadine came out, I told Nadine to hurry up and get in the car. You know, put stuff in the car. They pulled their car out. Instead of having it facing the wall, this time they turned the back facing the wall so they could just pull out, see us when we leave, right? So I told Nadine we're not leaving until they pull off. So this older lady came out the car who was parked next to me, well, 2 cars down, and she put her stuff in the trunk. And I'm sitting up here talking to Nadine, telling her what was going on. I see the old lady pull off, and then I see them pull out. Then I see another car pull out behind them that never went into Aldi's, like a Spanish girl, and they pull out and everything, right? So that's when I said, okay, well, we gonna go ahead and leave. They done pulled out. We driving down the road. About a minute later, I noticed that a car that was in Aldi's is still behind me, the Spanish girl. Like, why am I seeing you? Why am I seeing you? Now she's like next to me in the other lane. So I decided to, you know, it's 4 lanes on certain highways. So I decided to get out of the 3rd lane and get in the 4th lane. She gets out the 3rd lane, get in the 2nd lane. So I'm in the 1st lane now, right? And I said, and we go down. We go down a couple of lights. She's staying with me. She not, you know, because here in Houston, they drive fast. They ain't waiting for nobody. They aggressive. You know, they just ain't like just going with the pace. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, she kind of like sticking with me at every light. She's right there with me, right? I told Nadine, I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till I get close to this turning into this shopping center. I'm going to turn in it real quick. And if she follow me in the shopping center, we're being followed. Yeah, I get up there and I made a quick turn. Let me tell y'all something. She almost caused an accident trying to get over in the lane, turn into the same shopping center we turned into. And so I'm going down, I'm going around the shopping center. She right behind me, right? I park, she parked down. I see her. And I pull out, she pull out, and I went up one street. I said, okay, I'm going to act like I'm going this way, and I'm gonna make a quick U-turn. Y'all, I made a quick U-turn. I got in that traffic, and I knew she wasn't gonna be able to catch the light. She was gonna be behind it, and I went down one more. I was gone. I was gone. She didn't see me no more. I said, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't care where y'all at, whatever's going on. I don't care if a person don't look strange. Watch your surroundings. So that's what I'm doing, because people acting weird. I don't know what they was up to, what they was doing, but I definitely got, if anything go down, anything was to, I definitely got pictures. I filmed them. I watched them. It was just weird. And y'all, the black guy got in that car with that man, went in that Audi's 3 times, didn't buy nothing, and they drove off together. Didn't buy nothing. Okay? Peep stuff, y'all. Peep stuff. Yeah, that's why I pay attention to people walking past my car. Yeah, somebody's like, you know, Spirit, why you this? Why you? Yeah, because I'm watching everything. Period. I don't care. They can look like they from Hollywood, like they're about to be. They can look like a trophy Hollywood wife. I'm gonna be watching them. I don't care. People be doing some weird stuff. But anyway, y'all, I love seeing a man come out. So this is my second time. I've seen 2 men come out the store with 4 beautiful flowers. Gorgeous fall flowers for autumn. So pretty. He's so happy with them. He's smiling, y'all. Walking with his flowers. He's so happy. He got them flowers for whoever he got them for. It's pretty, too. He got a pretty pink bow on it, for all the flowers are fall and autumn colors. Real pretty. And I'm hungry, y'all. I saw that gyro place. I don't know if I'm going to stop and maybe try a gyro, or I'm just going to go home and try to make me something to eat. But I'm feeling a little bit hungry now. I just wanted to talk to y'all and tell y'all where I was at with my ex-boyfriend. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I might say here and there, and I might talk about here and there. And I'm going to talk about it. This is my platform. I can talk about it if I want to. If you don't want to hear it, you know, all you gotta do is don't click in it. Matter of fact, you don't subscribe to me. Don't. Bye. Because when I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I talk about my life, stuff that relates to me, stuff that goes on in my life. You don't like it, that's your issue, not mine. I feel like he had the audacity, has some nerve to try to make our relationship transactional, to even be a coupon. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even accept a coupon for his tail. I wouldn't even want half off, okay? If I'm going to pay for something, it's definitely going to be, it's definitely going to be for what I want, if I'm going to pay for it. I do not play. Yep, I'm watching. You walk too close, I'm watching. Don't touch Diamond. Don't touch my car. Period. Don't touch my car. Shoot. And I don't care if you're a man, woman, and you look like you just a woman, you walking with a baby. Don't get too close to my car. Don't touch my car. Period. Shoot. I'm not gonna sit up here and act naive like I don't know what's going on in the world. And people, you know, people doing something, you so busy not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to everything, any and everybody, men and women, period. Old and young. If I got a picture of a guy that I like, okay? I took it from one of those videos, okay? And if I want to look at somebody that I know that really, like, get my blood flowing, okay, that I ain't showing y'all either, because I think that'll be wrong. I think it'll be wrong to show y'all what I'm really or is attracted to, okay? But yeah, he was not it. But I was willing. None of that mattered. Not even someone that I'm attracted to matter. And none of that matters, because it was going to be about me and him. Period. Me and him. I even felt like on his head, all of that hair. Girl, child, these people are literally, girl, when I tell you she done walk in Kroger's with her underwear on, she got on a, you know them yellow bra things, not a halter top, but it just cover your breast, and then you know the shorts that kind of hold your body in, not shorts, but the panties that hold your body in, so you can line it, like, you know, when you in a dress or pants. Child, she just walked in the store like that. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, girl. She said, I'm going in here and I'm not coming out single. Period. Oh my goodness. Oh my, that was too much for spirit eyes. Okay. I done lost my thought what I was saying, so I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Yeah, I gotta stop people watching. Stuff would just be funny. I can't. Oh my God.
And I'm not just talking like about what I think. I'm talking about what I know from my own experiences. And this spirit, I know you don't want to believe it. It could be a sister, a best friend. It could be a brother, a co-worker, an associate. It also could be a stranger. I know, right? Like, how can a stranger inflict indirect jealousy in a different angle on you? It's easily done. So let me start out this way. You got a person that could not be jealous of no one. They ain't got no reason to be jealous of nobody. They got like good things going on for them in their life. They get up in the morning, they feel good about their looks, their job, their friends, their family, their clothes. Like, they know they got it on. They know they got it going on. But I'm gonna tell you where the problem is. They start to feel this low. When people or a person is not putting them on a pedestal or on high level or stature or putting them in a position that makes them feel that they're not only bigger but they're better than you are, period. They get real low. They start to walk around with an attitude. And then you can feel it. But you know, you may not know, you may not recognize the spirit because your friend, they're not jealous of you. Now, I'm not saying that a person who has the spirit can't be jealous of you. But I'm saying in this position, you might have a person that's not jealous of you. They don't want nothing you got. The only thing they want from you is your energy. That energy that feeds them, that makes them feel that they are entitled. That makes them feel like they're better. They're more deserving. And that even if you tried, you could never have what they have. And that makes them feel so freaking good. It makes them feel so good. They literally cannot like just go on in life unless somebody is making them feel that way. It's like a high. And I'll give you an example. You ever get good news? You ever get good news and all of a sudden you just feel so good. You want to clean your house. You want to make up your bed. You want to put on makeup. You want to put on a nice tie. You just want to get out the house. You want to go for a ride. You want to go for a run. You just want to go shopping because something good happened in your life. So it gives you an instant high. But that's the same thing that a person that spirit do? It could jump out of one person and into another. Oh my God. Like it ain't nothing. And I'm gonna tell you what it do. While you in the bed and you crying, or you upset, or you sunken, you like all sad, because you can't figure out what's wrong with the person that is feeding off of how they make you feel. I'm gonna tell you what that spirit's saying. It's okay. That's right. It's okay to feel love. It's okay to feel unhappy. It's okay because you're right. You're nothing. You'll never be them. You'll never compare to them. It's okay. Yes, you lay there. You keep crying. You keep on sobbing. I love the energy that you're letting out. Yes, my nothing. Yes, my ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You pathetic little nothing. Yes, just keep feeling that way. That's what that spirit does. That's what that freaking nasty spirit does. It console you and convince you that that's the way you're supposed to be feeling. But we're going to talk about this thing today. We sure is. Because today, we're going to send that spirit into the land of no man. Okay? Into the land of nowhere. It's leaving today. It cannot hang around here. It cannot live around here. It cannot be here in your life anymore. It's got to go because you got things to do, places to be, people to meet. Yes, you got things to do. You ain't got time for that heavy weight of a spirit anymore. You just ain't got time for it. And what I want you to know is, if you accomplish what you need to accomplish today, doesn't mean you're not going to experience that spirit again. It doesn't mean that. But what I want to help you with today is being able to recognize that spirit and being able to conquer with not allowing it to enter your atmosphere, your life, your situation, and what you got going on. Because the key to getting rid of that spirit is recognizing that it's around, because it don't like to be like really recognized. It like to like be just in a corner, hanging around, and you don't know it's there. And it gets scared when you recognize it, because they know they tell it's about to be vanished. And now they gotta go find another poor soul to mess with. Oh, I love it. I bet I said it tastes better than the drink, but it is really probably sweet, but it's so good. Oh, wow. That is so delicious. Look how beautiful it is. I didn't think I would love the pumpkin donut like that. That's good. I think I like this more than I like the apple spice. Oh, that's so good. My beautiful bagel. It's got just egg and cheese on it. That's delicious. I'm sure you already know I'm a little